us or W hat. It is here, right? So now this part we need to implement. Okay, so that will be something like this. So yes, X hat on this to A hat. Then again we'll take another branch, like the gain of gamma raised to minus 2 V1 transpose X infinity. And this will be the next channel. So here we have V1. Okay. And what next? From there, we should have Y hat. What is Y hat? It's something like this. This is C2. Okay. It should go to a summing point. From here, there will be another branch. Gamma raised to minus 2 D21 V1 transpose X infinity. This is plus here. Okay, both are added, and this will be the Y hat part. Okay, and from here again we have the controller KE, because U equal to minus KE into X. Okay, so this will be the U. That is U. U is this thing. Okay, so U equal to minus KEX. Hello. ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ എല്ലാം ഒന്നിച്ചാണല്ലോ വെച്ചത് എക്സലിന്റെ കോപ്പി കൊണ്ടുവന്നായിരുന്നല്ലോ അനിയോട് ചോദിച്ചു എവിടെ വെച്ചെന്ന് Okay, so this will be the controller part. Let us take up one example, then to be clear what we did so far. Okay, we'll just take one small example.
So little down, sir.
Sorry?
Little down, sir.
Yeah. So let us see how to design a HFT controller. Okay, a small example, right? Suppose you have a rod, we can say a pendulum kind of thing, or an inverter pendulum, right? It is a simple rod, right? A perfect iron rod or some string, you can say, right? So we want to have it angular displacement to be theta, okay, by applying a torque U. Okay, we want to control this, right? So so U is the torque applied, right? U is the torque applied. Okay, and you assume that this J, the moment of inertia for this is equal to 1. Okay, moment of inertia for this axis J is equal to 1, you assume. Okay, and theta is the angle between the axis. Axis means this rod actually, okay? Between the axis, between the rod or the axis and the x-axis. And the x-axis. Okay, so assume that the engine is frictionless further. Engine is frictionless. So that means there is no B path. Okay, engine is frictionless. Fine. So what will be the dynamic equation here? Theta double dot, is it not? Must be equal to what? Equal to U. Are you following? Getting me? J. Yes.
Yes, we are following.
So since j is equal to 1, you will get theta dot equal to u, right? So now let me define x2 as angular position. x2 is defined as angular position. Okay. So what will be x1? X1 will be angular velocity. Two states I am defining. Okay. So what can I write? X1 dot, I can write like this, d plus u. What is d here? D is the disturbance torque. Okay, but engine can have some disturbance torque also, is it not? Our aim is to fix this particular position constant, but because of the disturbance torque, it may be vibrating, right? So let d represent the disturbance torque. So what will be x2 dot? X2 dot will be equal to x1. Yes, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So is these two equations correct? What's the doubt in that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
These two are the respective state-space equations. Okay. Now you see, let us define the regulated output, because that depends on your application. Sometimes your aim may be to minimize the error. Sometimes your aim may be to minimize the control input. Okay. So what should be the regulated output here? So keep in mind, this is the general framework that we have, the LFG thing. This is delta, this is M, this is exogenous input W, and this is the regulated output Z. Okay, and this is the control input U, this is the measured output Y. Okay, so what should be the regulated output? Z. How will we define that? Okay, Z we will take it to be x2. Why x2? Because x2 is the angular position, is to be controlled. Yes, that's a state, right? So x2, and in addition to that, we will take also u. Why u? Because u is the control torque. There can be some disturbance in the control torque as well. Okay, so my purpose is to analyze, to check what is the effect of disturbance on both u as well as x2. Okay, are you getting me?
Sir, can you go a little
Yes.
bit slow, sir?
Okay, now what is the output? Output will be what? Tell me. What's the output? Output is?
Y and W.
Output is?
Y.
Y. That means it is x2. Output is y. Okay, and that is x2. X2. What is x2? X2 is the angular position. Okay, so my output variable I am taking it to be x2. Right? Assume that there is a small noise n, because when you are measuring that, you are using sensor. So there will be sensor noise. Okay. So what will be my exogenous input W here? Can you tell me what are the exogenous inputs? What are the exogenous input signals here? What are the exogenous
reference signal theta?
Sorry?
Reference signal theta?
No, reference. Okay. No, exogenous input. What do you mean by exogenous input? Exogenous input means that which is affecting from the outside external world. Okay. So that one is the disturbance. Yes. And the other one will be the noise n. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Did all of you get me what I'm saying? See, in this case, this is our perturbation. Okay, and this is our plant. Okay. This is the control input U. This is the measured output Y. This is the what was this? This was regulated output Z, and this was external input W. Okay, U is the control signal to the plant. Okay, this U is the control signal to the plant. What is W? W is all other external signals that are influencing the plant. Okay, so disturbance is there, noise is there. So our W can be characterized as the comprising of D and N. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we identified our Z and W. So now we have to express the plant in the standard form. What's the standard form? X dot equal to AX plus BU, AX plus B1W plus B2U. B2U, okay? And then Z equal to C1X plus D11W plus D12U. Then y equals C2x plus D21W plus D22U. Okay, so let us try to express these things in this form. Okay, so what's the first equation? First equation was, see here. Okay, x1 dot equal to what? Tell me, what will you get? Come on, what is x1 dot? Tell me. D plus U, right? So instead of D, I can write W1 because D is an element of the vector W. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this W is the standard representation to include that includes all exogenous input signals, right? D is the disturbance actor. Okay, so I can write instead of D plus U, I can write W1 plus U. Okay, is that fine?
Sir, one doubt.
Yes.
The N in W and the noise from the output, will they be same or not? Because there's a controller also inside M, right?
Come again. N in W and
The N in the W vector and the N in the output equation.
One minute. Let me increase the volume. Not worry. Come again, please. Come again.
Sir, the N in W vector
Okay.
and the N in the output, are they the same or different? Because
Yes, they are the same only. See, this noise is affecting. Okay. See, W means all signals external to the plant, other than the control signal U. This is W.
I mean, there is a controller also inside M.
Yes.
Right.
There is control inside. Correct. Yeah, it should be M. What I should write? How should I write that? I forgot. What is notation we use? MK. Yes.
Then the noise might be reduced or increased. So will they be the same or
Noise
different?
may be reduced or increased, but still noise will be present there.
Oh, okay, sir. So,
Okay, we are just trying to minimize the effect of the external unwanted exogenous inputs onto the output. That is why, if you remember, we are taking the infinite norm of T Z Y. Is it not? Infinite norm should be less than gamma. Do you remember?
yes, sir.
Okay. So x1 dot I can write as W1 plus U. What about x2 dot? X2 dot will be simply x1 only. That is obvious from the state space state equation. Okay. Then what will be Z1? What is Z1? What is Z1? What is Z1?
X2.
X2. What is Z2?
U.
U. Okay. And what is output Y? We have to now express in the standard notation, standard form. That's our purpose. Okay. What is Y? Tell me. What is Y? X2 plus
X2 plus W2.
W2. X2 plus W2. Okay. So now we have to write it in the packed form. Okay. So this is the this. If you remember, we have written it in packed form, right? A P1 P2 C1 D11 D12 C2 D21 D22. Okay, let us write it in this form. So what do you get? Tell me. A. What's your A matrix? What will be your A matrix from here? X dot equal to AX. Okay, so here you have x1 dot x2 dot equal to what? Some blah 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 into x. So x1 dot equal to what? No x term. So 0 0. What is x2 dot? 1 0. So what is A here?
0 0 1 0.
0 0 1 0. Okay, 0 0 1 0. That is your A matrix. Got it?
Yes, sir.
A is this thing. A is this thing. A matrix. Fine. A matrix. Right? Now what next? B1. So what is B1 here? Tell me. What is B1? AX plus BU. So what will you get? X1 dot equal to 0 into X plus something into U plus something into W1. So what is B1? x2 dot equal to what? x1 plus some 0 into u plus 0 into w. W. Right? So you tell me what is your b1 here? What's typically in that?
1 0.
1 0.
1 0.
1 0. Okay. What about b2? B2 corresponds to the W, is it not? Sorry, B1 corresponds to W. What about B2?
1 0.
Only 1 0? Think, yeah. Let me write it again. Let me write this thing again here. See. Our x1 dot is w1 plus u. x2 dot is x1. Okay. So from here, what will you get? X dot equals some matrix. So something into x1, x2. Okay. Plus something into second part was w. So w, there are two terms, right? w1 and w2. So you will get w1 and w2. How should I write that? 1 minute. This into w1, w2. Okay. Plus something into u. See, x is a vector. Okay. W is a vector. You can see our W have two components. So W is a vector, obviously. Is it not? Is it not? This is my W1. This is W2. Okay. So you see, now we try to figure out these matrices. So x1 dot, there are no x terms, right? W1 there is 1. Okay. And W2 there is no term. You correspond to u, what will you get? 1. Now x2 dot. What is x2 dot? X2 dot is x1. That means 1, 0. What are the terms correspond to weights W1, W2? Tell me.
0 0.
Eh?
0 0.
0 0. Correct. And correspond to u, what will you get?
0.
0. So this is A matrix. This is B1, and this is your B2. Okay. So what is your B1? B1. See, this order you have to maintain because it's standard form. First X term, then W term should come. Then only your U term should come. You should not interchange between U and W. Okay, this is standard way of representation. So B1 means those elements associated with the exogenous inputs W. Okay, so our B1 will become 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So this will be my B1. Okay, now what next? B2. What is B2? Tell me, what is B2? What is B2? This
1 0.
1 0. 1 0. Okay, so we wrote A, we obtained B1, and finally we are getting B2. Okay, A, B1, B2 that we wrote. Is that clear? Now what next? We have to identify what is C1. So what is C1? C1 is the term associated with X in the regulated output equation. Okay. So what is my regulated output? Is that 1 equal to X2? Is that 2 equal to U? Okay. Is that clear? So
Yes.
so how can you write this? Is that 1 equal to X2 plus 0 into W plus 0 into U? Okay. What will be Z2? Z2 was what? I cannot read my handwriting. U. Okay. So 0 into X plus 0 into W plus U. Okay. So what will be C1?
0 1 0 0.
What will be C1?
Sir, Z1 should be. Yes, sir.
Z1 is X2, right?
Yes, sir.
Z1 is x2, right? So what should be my this thing? Z is equal to C1x plus D11W plus D12U. Okay, so must be equal to something into x.
So 0, 1, 0,
1 minute, let me compare this. Plus something into W1, W2 plus something into U. Tell me. So what should be C1?
0, 0, 1, 0, 0,
0, 1. Then what's the next row?
0, 0,
0, 0. Okay. Then coming to this way, W1, W2. What will be the this thing?
0, 0.
0, 0. Next row?
0, 0.
0, 0. See, Z is a vector. There are two elements, Z1 and Z2. That is why there are two rows. Okay. Now coming to about U term, what will you get?
0, 1.
0, 1. Correct. Okay. So what will be my C1? C1 is 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. That is C1. Now what next? D11. What is D11? 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. That is D11. Then what is D12? D12 is 0, 1. Okay, so we've identified A matrix, A, B1, B2, C1, D11, and D12. Is this much clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now what next? We have to see the output equation Y. Okay. What is our Y equation? X2 plus W2. Right. So what can I write? Y equal to X2 plus W2. Okay. Or something into X1, X2 plus something into W1, W2 plus something into U. So tell me what should be this C2?
0.
0, 1,
0, 1. Yes, 0, 1. Correct. Then what should be this D21?
0, 1.
0, 1. Right. It has W2 term only. What about U term?
0.
No U term.
0.
So my C2 will be 0, 1. Okay. That is C2. Then D21 will be 0, 1. And finally, D22 will be 0. Okay. So this way you have to identify the plant structure. So let me write it here for clarity. P of S is equal to what? 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, this will be the plant structure. Is this clear to all? Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will go to MATLAB, okay? Because you cannot do with just by hand. So just note down this matrix first of all with you, okay? Did you note down this matrix? Please note it down. Please note down these equations, okay? These equations you can note down. And then these things, how we are bringing it into standard form, okay? The P of S is this thing. Make a note of it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see the screen, my MATLAB screen, black and black?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Do you have a working knowledge of MATLAB? Do you know
Yes,
the
sir.
basics of this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will open a new M file, okay? In different versions of MATLAB, this may appear differently, okay? Nothing to worry, okay? You have to open a new M file, right? So now before you start programming any program, first 2 lines must be clear space all. What does it do? Any idea?
It clears the
Clears all the
command.
workspace.
Clears
command
the
window
workspace. It clears the memory. The workspace will be clear. Okay, but CLC will simply clear the command window only. Memory will not be clear. That's the difference between the two. Okay. Now we have to enter all these details. What does our A matrix tell me? Just read it out for me. What does our A matrix tell me?
0, 0, 1, 0.
Zero. You just tell whenever there's a next row. Okay. 0, 0.
0,
Be a bit loud.
1, 0.
1,
So
0.
is
Okay. Fine. 1, 0. Right. Then what is the next thing? B1. What is that?
1 0 0 0.
1, 0. Next row.
1,
0, 0. Right. Yes. 0, 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then A, B1. Then B2. What is that? What is B2?
2 is 1, 0, sir. Column
1
0.
semicolon 0.
Sorry.
Sir, I am not able to see your text.
Your MATLAB screen is completely black.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Even I'm facing that issue.
okay. Let me change the settings then. Now can you see?
Yes,
So
sir.
the issue is that we can only see the command window, not the script.
Oh, you are not able to see the editor window.
No, that's
Oh, you should tell
Yes,
me that.
sir.
Okay, because I don't know what you are actually seeing. Okay, please let me know if you are not able to see. You tell me. Where's the screen? Now are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So B2 is 1, 0. Then what is B3? C1. Next C1 matrix. Is this correct?
Sir,
No,
B2
sir.
is
It will
column.
be 1 semicolon 0.
Oh, 1. That means next row, right? Then what will be C1?
0 1 semicolon 0 0.
0, 1 semicolon 0. What
Zero,
else? 0. Okay. Okay. Then C1 C1 x plus D11. What is D11?
0 0 0 0.
0, 0. Should be next row, right? Then on
Yes,
side.
sir.
0, 0. Please tell me whenever there's the next row, okay? Because without noticing, D11, D12. What's D12?
0
0
semicolon
semicolon
1.
1.
0, 1. Okay. Then C1. Then C2. What is C2?
0, 1.
0 1.
Did we enter C2? No, we didn't enter C2. What is C2?
0, 1.
0, 1. Okay. Then D11, D21. What is that?
0, 1, sir.
0 1.
0 space 1. Okay. D22?
0.
0. Okay. 0. Okay. Now what next? So we have told MATLAB what our A, B1, B2, C1, C2, C1, blah, 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 etc. are. Okay. Now we have to bring it in the standard form, right? For the standard matrix form. Okay. For that, MATLAB has a command. So let me call that plan structure as P. Okay. P equal to command is LTSS. Okay. Now we have to enter these details as per our requirement. Okay. So we must have A matrix, then followed by our B1, B2 are to be arranged side by side. That means B1 space B2. Okay. Then our C1, C2 must be in column form. That means C1 semicolon C2. Can you see that in your mind? How it is? How we are arranging that?
Yes, sir.
Difficult to explain virtually. Okay, I have to continuously switch on the screen. Then D11, D12, D11 space D12. So next column, next row must be D21 space D22. Okay, so let me run this and show what is happening. So this you can save. Okay, you can give some name, say ABC. Do you know how to have these two windows side by side? We can see both in one window. There is M file and otherwise I have to do it like this. Okay, so I'm going to run this thing. Okay, see what is happening. There's some error. D22 is it's not 0. 0. Okay. Yeah. So you see, this is the matrix. You just see one extra column and extra row has been added by MATLAB. You need not bother about that. Okay. This number 2 will indicate there are two inputs. Okay. So our actual thing will be this much only. 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Is it matching with what we obtained?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, except for the last column and the last row, our P matrix must match with what we obtained in A, B1, B2, C1, D11, D12. That form we wrote. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
INF?
Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
What are you seeing?
OneNote, sir. OneNote.
OneNote you are seeing. Okay. So you see, this matrix is what I told you. Okay. The first 5 rows and first 5 columns will correspond to this. Okay. That's what we are seeing here. Okay. Now what next? There's the command. See, there are 2-3 commands. One is hinf RIC. Okay. That means it will compute hinf controller on the basis of solving a Riccati equation. Okay. Or there is another algorithm called LMI, linear matrix inequality. There are two, three methods are there. Okay, so we will make use of what is a Riccati method. Okay, so the next step I will write. Next step I will write G-opt. What is G-opt? If you remember, we had spoke of some gamma, right? That norm thing. Okay, that is what is G-opt. Okay, G-opt, comma K. K is the controller key. Equals hinf RIC. That means finding HFT through Riccati method. Okay, then the input arguments should be our plant. And see why I am writing in this particular way, because each command has its own syntax. Okay, for example, help space hinf RIC. Okay, see, this is the syntax usage. Okay, G-opt, this square bracket corresponds to the output arguments. Okay, so there should be 2 output variables in the output side, and the inputs must be P and R. What is R? R is the size. Somewhere it is written here. See, it is the number of measurements. R1, R2 is number of controls. Okay, so that syntax has to be maintained. So hinf P, comma. So we have here how many inputs and how many outputs? P, comma 1 space 1. Number of measurements and number of input signals. Okay, so now you see what is happening. Let me run it and show you. So you see, this was this is the optimal value of the HFT norm, 2.617. This is HFT norm, 2.6172. Okay, as I told you before, there is no hard and fast rule. You start with the high value of gamma, say 10. You see whether the solution is feasible. If it is feasible, you lower the value, okay, to 1. Then you see how up to what best value you can go. Okay, so it will turn out that it should be 2.6172. So for this particular problem, the HFT norm is 2.6172. Is that okay? If you have any doubt, you please ask. Okay.
K is the full
K
state
is the
field.
control, K is the controller gain, but that also it is arranged in a packed form. Okay, so keep in mind there is one last row and last column extra. Okay, you need not bother about this particular column 2, 0, 0, minus infinity, and the last row you need not bother. Okay, so this has to be unpacked. It is in a packed form now. Okay, so we have to unpack that. How to do that? So again, that's the command. Okay. So any variable name you can give. I will write AK to indicate that is the A matrix for the controller. That's all. Okay. AK. Then CK. CK. CK equal to the command is unpack UNPCK. Unpack. Then the input argument is K. That is capital K. Okay. Now let us see what is happening. So you see now the K, this was the K, you see, so the first two rows and two columns correspond to the A matrix of the controller, AK. Okay, Renu Priti, are you with me? Chaitanya, Srinivas, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the first two rows and first two columns of this K matrix will be the A matrix for the controller. Minus 0.9175, 22 point blah blah blah, minus 22 point blah blah blah, minus 374 point blah blah blah. Okay, then the next one will be the D. Correspond to the controller 0.3265 31.2645. Then these two will correspond to the C 0.3265 minus 31.2645, and the D matrix is obviously 0. Okay, so this is your controller in state space form. Okay, so we had our plan in controller form, in state space form, and controller also in state space form. Is that fine? Now
Yes,
we
sir.
want to see what will be the control transfer function form. So what we have to do, we have to convert this into its equivalent transfer function form. Okay. So next command, SS to TF. Okay, TF. Okay. So or K in steady state. Okay. Do we need that? Let me see. AK, BK, CK, DK we have. Yeah. So this should be converted into state space form. So that means K hyphen SS equal to SF state space of AK, comma BK, comma CK, comma DK. DK. Okay. What is happening now? We are converting that into its state space form. Okay. So you see x dot equal to ax plus bu form, right? Now we have, since we have ABCD matrices, you can convert it directly into the corresponding transfer function form. Transfer function of K hyphen SS. Okay, let us see what is happening. So this is the controller transfer function, HFT controller transfer function. Okay, minus 977.4 S minus 389 divided by S square plus 375.8 S plus 869.4. Okay, this is the HFT controller. Happy? Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
This
it
is
seems
by MATLAB. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
it seems poles are on the right half of the S-plane,
Which poles?
the transfer function.
Who is that?
Srinivasa.
Srinivas, how did you understand that the poles are the right half of this plane? Tell me.
The denominator is all positive.
You know, it is all positive. So naturally the poles will be in the right.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So this was just with the help of MATLAB. Now let us see whether we can arrive at this thing by following our algorithm. Okay.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, where the weighting function comes into picture here?
See, weighting function will come into picture when you want to give weightage for your requirements. Say, for example, I want to have more weightage to minimize the error. So you increase the weightage for there. Okay, this is simple. This is a simple example just to explain how we are doing this thing. I have been explaining all the algorithm, but it's not clear to you. So just to show you how it's coming, only I picked up one simple example, right? Practically speaking, you may have to minimize your error. Then that means you have to introduce a weighting function. Okay, or you may have to minimize your control input. Then you will have to again include a weightage for that control signal. Okay, we will see. We will see those cases later, right? Let me first finish this.
Yes.
So,
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, when we get the output like AK, BK, CK, and DK for the controller,
Yes.
what is the structure of that controller like? That
X xk dot equal to AK xk plus BK CK BK UK. That's all. Or BK into U, I can say.
okay, sir.
Okay,
So it's like
because this controller has states and input signals from the plant. They are connected together, right?
yes, sir.
So structure is similar. AKX plus BKU. YK equal to CKX plus DKU. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you see, we had seen so many terms. D12 bar equal to D12 transpose, D12 whole inverse, blah blah blah. Do you remember that? In the algorithm we had written D12 bar equal to blah blah blah, C1 bar equal to blah blah blah, like that. Okay. So let us see how we can arrive at whether, see, this is just by MATLAB. Okay. We should see that our algorithm is also working fine. So that is what we are going to check next. Okay. So let me okay, or let that be there. Right. So we have to define all the terms. D12 bar. What is D12 bar? D12 transpose, D12 whole inverse. So D12 bar. I think I can switch off this device and concentrate on this. Just a moment. Are you seeing the screen still? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You're seeing the MATLAB screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have to define all the terms. If you remember the algorithm, we had defined so many terms. Okay. So D12 bar. What is D12 bar? D12 bar was D12 transpose, D12 whole inverse. So inverse of INV of what? D12 transpose into D12. So into D12. Okay. That is D12 bar. Then C1 bar. Then D12 bar. Then what else? Is that D21 bar? What is that? D21 bar. Okay. D21 bar. What's D21 bar? D21 bar. What's that? Inverse of D21 into D21 transpose. Okay. Then what else? C1 bar and B1 bar. What is C1 bar? C1 bar equal to C1 bar equal to what is C1 bar? Tell me. Read me C1 bar. Read out C1 bar for me. Suraj, what is C1 bar? In the algorithm we have written. What was that?
Looking, sir, looking.
I minus
Sorry.
I minus D12.
Okay. I minus
D12.
1 minute. I minus D12.
D12 bar.
I minus D12.
D12 bar.
D12 bar. So start D12 bar.
Star D12 transpose.
Star D12 transpose. Star D12 transpose.
Into C1.
Whole bracket outside, right?
Yes, sir.
To C1 star C1 star C1. So what is I here?
Sir, identity matrix. Sir.
Identity matrix. What should be the size of identity matrix? In MATLAB, you see, let me type here I.
Sir, 2 cross 2.
What will you get? I. I is undefined. Okay, you have to define the size. It should,
EY bracket size.
it should be 2 cross 2. How do you get 2 cross 2?
EYE
Like,
of
sir,
Huh?
EYE of 2.
E by E. Okay, E by E of 2. That should be identity matrix. Okay, so I am E by E of 2 minus D12 star, D12 bar star, D12 transpose all into C1. Okay, that is my C1 bar. Then what I have to define C1 bar, then what? B1 bar, right? What is B1 bar? B1 into what? I. What should be I here size? Again, 2, identity matrix of 2. Okay, so B1 star I of 2 minus D21 transpose, D21 transpose into D21 bar into D21. Is this correct? Please correct me if I am going wrong. Okay. B1 into identity of 2 minus D21 transpose into D21 bar into D21. Okay. So this is B1 bar. Okay. Now what next? We had seen our Riccati equation for the controller. Okay. Riccati equation for the controller. What was A there? What term corresponded to A there? A matrix.
0, 0, 1, 0.
No. See, in our Riccati equation, my question, can you see the one note?
A minus B2 D12 bar.
Right. Are you seeing the Y note here?
Yes, sir.
So this was my A thing. This entire blue written in blue is my A thing. So now you have to define that because you have to solve the Riccati equation. Okay. In MATLAB, there's a command RIC to solve the Riccati equation. So now these terms have to be defined. Okay. So please read it out for me.
A minus.
Read it out for me. So let me write that as ACONT for a controller matrix, controller A matrix. Read it out for me. What is that?
A minus.
A minus
B2
star
D12 bar.
Star D12 bar.
Star D12 transpose.
Star D12 transpose.
Star C1.
Star C1. That's all, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is my this thing. Okay. For the Riccati. Then what's the B part?
Sir, A minus B2, sir.
Oh, sorry, A minus, right? A minus. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what about B? What about the next term? This is the B part, right? See, it is easy to remember. In the packed form, how will you write? This will be A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, this is standard form, A, B, C, D matrices. So this is when I say A, it means A matrix for this correspond to this part. When I say B matrix, it means this thing. When I say C, it means this is the C. Okay. So tell me, what is this? Read it out. Minus of. Please read it out for me. What is that B part?
So minus of.
Or let me see if there's. If you take minus side inside, you will get.
Second term
No.
will be plus
See,
A.
there is no minus sign here. Okay, this is actually minus of something, right? So B means only the element, only this element within the bracket. Okay, so you read it out for me. B2 into D12 bar, B2 D12 bar, B2 D12 bar, B2 into D12 bar. What else?
Into B2 transpose.
Into B2 transpose. Okay.
Minus.
Inside bracket or outside bracket?
Inside, sir.
Minus.
Gamma to the power minus 2.
Wait, let me see. No, we are writing only the terms within the bracket only. This much only we are writing. Okay. we are not taking the outside minus sign, because there is minus sign comes because of the Riccati equation only. So this part only. So minus is outside this thing. So where is that? So minus what? Read. Minus what?
Gamma power minus 2.
Gamma. So instead of gamma, the notation we are used is G opt. Okay. G opt is our gamma for us. Okay. So G opt of gamma raised to what?
Minus 2.
Gamma raised to minus 2. Gamma raised to minus 2 into what?
B1. B1, sir. Yes, sir.
B1
Into B1 transpose.
into B1 transpose. Correct?
Yes, sir.
B1 transpose. Okay, correct. Then C for the controller. What is that? C for controller. By C for controller, I mean this part only. Okay, without a negative sign. Read it out. C1 bar transpose C1 bar. C1 bar transpose C1 bar. C1 bar transpose star C1 bar. Right? C1 bar transpose C1 bar. C1 bar transpose C1 bar. Okay. C1 bar transpose C1 bar. Right? Then what? So now you see the command is X-ray. Okay. If you have any doubt, you type help space RIC. Okay. So this will tell you how to solve the Riccati equation, right? Where A, B, this thing, C. So here actually our C for us is this part actually. You need not get confused. Okay. There are different ways of expressing a Riccati equation. Okay. No need to bother too much about that. So we just write some solution X Riccati. We have written X infinity. Okay. Instead of X infinity, I am writing X Riccati equal to ARE, algebra Riccati equation. ARE of A controller, B controller, C controller closed. Did you understand what we did so far? In the algorithm, we have to solve two ARE equations. Okay, one for the controller and one for the estimator. Okay, this is the first controller equation, ARE equation. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
B controller.
Right here, some comment. Solution of controller ARE. Some X infinity term we wrote. I don't know how to write X infinity in MATLAB. That's why I put X right here. Okay, ARE equation. Right now we have to solve for the estimator Riccati equation. So what are the terms involved? Read it out for me. Let me write A estimator. What is A estimator? A minus B1. A minus B1 into D21 transpose into D21 transpose into D21 transpose into D21 bar into C2 into C2 whole transpose, right? Whole transpose. Then what will be here? C2 transpose D21 bar B estimator will be what? C2. So bracket open. C2 transpose into D21 bar into C2. Okay, minus what? Gamma raised to this thing. So G opt raised to minus 2 star C1 transpose C1 transpose C1. Please, you walk with me, okay, and check whether I made any mistake or not. C2 transpose C21 bar C2 minus gamma raised to minus 2 into C1 transpose into C1. Okay. Right? Then,
Sir,
yes?
actually, sir, we have our class from 1:45.
Okay, I will just stop within 5 minutes. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. No, sir, it's already 1:42.
Oh, so you want me to stop here? Okay. Just another five or 6 lines only. It will be there.
Okay, sir, you can continue, sir.
Let me complete this thing. Huh? So,
Yes.
Sir, in age estimator, we won't have transpose.
P1 bar star B1 bar transpose. Okay, C estimate B1 bar star B1 bar transpose. So again, now we have to solve for that. So y will be equal to what? ARE of A estimator, comma B estimator, comma C estimator. Right? So this will give the solution of estimator AR. Okay. So now, what is our gain KC? So what is the gain KC now? D12 bar into B2 transpose X50 plus D12 transpose into C1. Okay. So gain KC equal to D12 bar into B2 transpose star X infinity. So instead of X infinity, I have X rig. Okay. X rig plus D12 transpose. Where's the C come? Where did the C come from? D12 bar into D2 transpose X infinity X rig plus D12 transpose into C1. Into C1. Into C1. Yeah. Okay. So let us see what is happening up to this much. So this part anyway I will hide. Okay. We had already seen this much part. So let me hide this much thing. That was from the MATLAB. So now we are trying to compute this thing. This was our solution. Okay. From that Riccati equation for the controller, Riccati equation for the estimator. Right. So what did we get? Then what do we find? We found KC. You see what is KC? Okay. Again, KC is in a packed form. So you need to unpack that. Okay. So that means unpacked form means you are bringing everything back into ABCD form. Okay. So A KC, B KC, C KC, D KC equal to UNPCK. Unpack KC. Okay. So now let us see and run this thing and see what is happening. So you see now you have your controller in ABCD form. Okay, ABCD form. Now what next? You have to convert this into state space form. So KC-SS in steady state form will be state space window of A KC, KC, comma B KC, comma C KC, comma D KC. Okay. Now let us run this and see what is happening. Oh, something is undefined. Oh, yes, is here. State space. If you run this, you will get this thing. Okay, your controller is in the state space form. So it has only a D part. Okay, it's a static gain. That's the meaning, right? So now you convert it back into transfer function form. So K-SS. So now you see what is happening It will match with what? Oh, something is missing. Line 34.
The KC.
KC. C is missing there, right? Yeah. Is this matching with what we got? Or is it different? From input one, did I make a mistake?
Sir, that controller was having some transfer function, but this is just the
That we convert into transfer function basically, Renu.
so that we had A, B, C both all the matrix value, but this just have only D value.
Did we make any mistake here? Okay, I will check. Let me check it, and maybe next class we will meet. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is how to implement that. I just want to have you a flavor of how to do it in a software. Okay. So in next class we will continue. So I will check it out. Thank you.
In this.